Welcome back, Glam Fam. It's your girl, Angela Denise, and I am here with you today, finally, with a couple of looks using the new retro palette. And today I'm going to be doing 2 looks, 1 palette. But before we dive into the video, I want to give a big shout out to 2 of my OG subscribers here on the channel, Miss Lock Maiden and Terracotta Kim. Thank you so much for rocking with me, supporting me, engaging here on my channel, engaging with my content. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Now, I did do a poll asking you what you thought about this palette, and most of you didn't want to see it, but of course I did buy it, and I did take my time doing the review on this palette. So today I'm going to give you 2 looks, 1 palette. I'm going to do one that's kind of a daytime look, and then one that's more of a date night, nighttime, more glam look. So I hope that you guys are interested. So let's dive right into it. So finally, the retro palette. I have had this palette for over 2 weeks, and I just had not had a chance to pick it up and play with it. There's been a lot going on, but today we go there. So the first shade that I want to pick up with my MAC 217 is Go Go. I have an idea about what I want to do, but I'm not 100 yet. This shade isn't going on as smooth as I thought it would, but you know, we'll roll with it. Amara, I think that's how you pronounce this. This shade here. Then I'm going to take my Blender Pro from Sonia G. I'm not adding any color with the Sonia G brush. I'm still working with color only with the 217. Helio, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna take that shade. Oh, I really like the texture of this particular shade. It's very beautiful. I'm gonna pick up that Blender Pro. Not adding color, I'm just blending. All right, going back into the palette and picking up the color Glitz. This is a Sonia G Builder Pro. Now I'm gonna go into my waterline and I'm just gonna mix Go-Go and Amara together and put that in my waterline with a pencil brush from Morphe, an M431 brush. I'm going to apply my lashes, my Ardell lashes in number 257. Those are my go-tos as of late. All right, Glam Fam, I am back and this is the finished look. So far, I like the palette. I am not obsessed with the palette. I do like the look that I came up with today. You guys let me know what you think. So again, this is going to be look 1 of 2 with this palette. I can't wait to see what I come up with next. Okay, Glam Fam. So eyes are already prepped. We're going to go ahead and dive right up in to the palette. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do today, but we are going to take this here color in the crease. And I'm using a MAC 217 brush, by the way. I'm trying to do a better job at letting you guys know what eyeshadow brushes I'm using because I get so many questions about what I'm using. Okay, now I'm going to pick up a fluffy crease brush, and this is the Morphe M532. And I just want to pick up, I want to pick up a little bit of groove. Like, I don't want too much. And I just want to use this color to blend out Amara that we put on the crease. This is a Ulta eyeshadow brush. I want to take this color. This is basically a large shader brush. Now I need to go and do some blending work. So I'm just going to take that 217 brush that we were using earlier. Next, I'm going to take a small crease brush, and this is the Morphe M514, and I'm going to take the color Apart. Now I'm just going to take that MAC fluffy brush and just go in here, and this is not MAC, Morphe. All right. that's pretty much the look on top of the eye. Now we are going to take care of the bottom part of the eye, and I guess we can do this on camera. All right, so on the under eye, I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Perma Precision gel liner in the color Shade, and then I'm going to go right in after that, and I'm going to mix a combination of Amara and Groove using the Sonia G Pencil Pro. This is Amara. Okay, so I put Amara in the waterline, and then on the last portion of the eye, I want to go ahead and take Groove. I'm just going to take this smaller crease brush that I was using earlier to apply a part. I'm going to go ahead and dust off my powder, and then I'm going to go ahead and put on my Ardell number 259 lashes, and we'll circle back for the finished look. Okay, Glam Fam, this is the finished look. I really did like the look that I came up with today. I had a chance to use some of those creamy cream matte formulas that Natasha Denona is so well known for. So just a few specs here about the palette. So of course we have a 15 pan midi palette. I really love the midi palettes that Natasha Denona does. I really hope that she comes out with a midi 28 pan palette, because the last one, only one that we have is Metropolis. So I really hope that she does that before the year is over. So in this palette, you're going to get one duochrome, one topper. You're going to get 4 mattes, regular mattes, 4 metallics, and then 5 cream to powder mattes. And you all know what they look like. This palette has quite a few mattes in it. You're going to get a total of 9 variations of mattes. You're going to get a total of 9 mattes, 2 different variations. And I do like the color story, and I could see myself pulling for this palette over and over and over again, really at all times of the year. So this is another one like the bronze palette and even the glam palette, where this is something that you could pull all year round. I really, really like Natasha Denona's midi palettes. These are really, really good. The quality is stellar. In my opinion, I think that Natasha Denona does mattes. She has some of the best mattes on the market. So a few shades out of the palette that are my favorite. 2 of them are metallics, and one of them is a cream to matte or creamy matte formula. So let's go ahead and swatch Jude. That's one of them, and this is described as a warm taupe, and then Helio is described as just a metallic taupe, and I really like these shades. I used one of these in my first look. It's gorgeous. This is Jude, and this is Helio. Beautiful. Then I want to go ahead and swatch that creamy matte, this burgundy shade. I used this shade yesterday and today while filming this video for you guys. And it's just so beautiful, so smooth. Now, with her creamy matte formula, you do have to apply them in a certain way. Sometimes you may have an issue blending them out. For example, what I like to do whenever I'm blending out the creamy matte formula is pack it on first and then blend it out. Don't try to blend as you go. Pack on the color and then blend it out. That's kind of how I roll. I really do like this neutral to cool O part. I call it a part earlier, but O part. This brown shade. It's not like your typical warm brown. I really like that kind of brown color. It would pair very well with this. I do plan on using this palette again here on the channel. This is definitely a color story that's right up my alley. I can kind of chill it on the rosy pink toned eyeshadows. I'm definitely going to be diving more so into warm tone palettes here on the channel for fall. So lots and lots of warm oranges, burgundies, browns coming soon. But yeah, I really do like the two looks that I came up with today. I feel like there's a lot of versatility. You can glam this up. You can do this like, you know, treat this like an everyday type of a palette. I really like it. Natasha Denona did it again. I do know that there was some confusion or concern about like this being true to the original mini retro theme. Of course it is not. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that part, but I mean, it's quite obvious that this palette is very different from the mini. I personally did not pick up the mini because it didn't seem like it would cater to my skin tone. However, I do really like this palette. So yes, girl, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Please leave me any questions, comments, or concerns down in the comment section, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye.